When I decided to take a weekend getaway, an Airbnb seemed like the perfect option. I found a quaint little cabin in the woods, surrounded by towering trees and a serene lake. The pictures were idyllic, showcasing a cozy interior with a rustic charm. The host, a man named Tom, had glowing reviews which reassured me as I arrived. The sun was beginning to set, casting an orange glow across the landscape. The cabin was just as beautiful as I'd imagined. After unpacking, I took a moment to enjoy the peaceful surroundings, grateful for the escape from my hectic life. However, the tranquility was short lived. The first night went smoothly, but as I settled in, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. I dismissed it, chalking it up to nerves. After all, being alone in a cabin in the woods could heighten anyone's senses. I took a long shower, wanting to wash away the lingering unease, and then curled up on the couch with a book. Around midnight, I heard a faint rustling outside. I glanced out of the window but saw nothing. I tried to ignore it and returned to my book, but the sound persisted. It was like someone was moving around the cabin just outside my line of sight. My heart raced, but I convinced myself it was just the wind, or perhaps an animal. The next morning, I decided to explore the area to distract myself from the strange noises. I hiked a nearby trail and enjoyed the beauty of nature. But as I returned to the cabin, I noticed something odd. The front door was slightly ajar. I was certain I had locked it before leaving. My stomach churned, but I brushed it off as my imagination playing tricks on me. That evening, I received a message from Tom, the host. I hope you're enjoying your stay. I just wanted to check in on you. If you need anything, feel free to reach out. It seemed harmless, yet there was an odd intensity in his words that made me feel uneasy. Later that night, as I was getting ready for bed, I heard the rustling again. This time, it was louder. I decided to investigate, grabbing a flashlight and peering out the window. My heart dropped when I saw a figure standing near the edge of the trees, barely illuminated by the moonlight. It was Tom. He was just standing there, staring at the cabin. I quickly retreated, locking the door and trying to calm my racing heart. I sent Tom a message asking if everything was okay, but there was no response. I decided to call it a night, hoping I had just imagined the whole thing. The next day, I decided to cut my trip short. I packed my bags, eager to leave the cabin behind. As I was checking out, I noticed something strange. There were several photographs on the walls, all of past guests. I recognized some faces from the reviews. But then I saw one photo that made my blood run cold. It was a picture of me taken from a distance, standing on the porch, completely unaware. Panicked, I hurried to my car, but as I drove away, I caught a glimpse of Tom standing at the edge of the trees, watching me leave. I could feel his gaze burning into my back as I sped down the winding road. Once I was safely back in the city, I couldn't shake the feeling of dread. I reported the incident to Airbnb, but there was no trace of Tom's unusual behavior in the reviews. He had been a seemingly perfect host. It was as if he had crafted an image of normalcy while hiding something sinister beneath the surface. Even now, months later, I still receive notifications from Airbnb about new listings in that area. Each time, my heart races, and I can't shake the feeling that I'm still being watched. A chilling reminder of the man who stalked me from the shadows of the woods.